welcome in this favorites video. I didn't do a favorites video for quite some time, so I thought I would do one for February and a bit winter. So it's mainly to share with you things I found, things you might like also, things that might inspire you too. So in this favorites we will have a film, 2 books and some pieces of furniture I found in the brocante very close to my home. So the theme for these favorites is also mainly 18th and 17th century. So the first thing I found in January are 2 engravings. I'm actually at the moment collecting engravings and portraits of favorite writers, favorite story, favorite fairy tale storytellers, all these sort of people for my studio. So I don't have the frames yet, I'm still trying to collect all that, but I found a really nice portrait of Charles Perrault, the fairy tale storyteller. So I was really excited to have a nice engravings. My engravings I think are late 18th or 19th century. They're not really from the century of these people, but I thought they were really pretty. And I have a nice portrait of Madame de Sévigné too, with her beautiful dress, beautiful colors. We'll also try to find one portrait of Madame d'Aulnoy, so I'm going to have a nice collection, nice gallery of all these people in my studio. So on those I found them on eBay. As I was mentioning Madame d'Aulnoy, I'm working at the moment of a lot of scenes from her fairy tales, and I'm going to stay with her fairy tales till probably the middle of spring or end of spring. So I was reading this little tiny book which I ordered on Amazon, but you can find it I think pretty easily. I think it's only in French. I'm not sure it has been translated, maybe. And it is just excerpts of her trip in Spain. It's just the life at the court of Spain, seeing from her perspective of a French aristocrat lady, seeing all that. So it was very interesting. I'm not sure Spanish people will like that very much, honestly, because maybe it's a bit arrogant. There is definitely the French arrogance behind all that. But I thought it was really nice, really interesting, always very well written. It's very interesting to see the difference between how the ladies were treated in Spain and in France at the same time. The freedom they had, the very big difference they had in their lives really between these 2 countries. So it was really interesting. Just interesting as a trip in time and space in the end of the 17th century at the court of Spain. So I really liked it and I really enjoyed it. It's just descriptions, things she noticed during her trip in Spain. And the second book I wanted to share in this favorites video is this book. I found this one at the old bookshop, and this is Manon Lescaut. So if you are familiar with maybe the big novels of the 18th century, Manon Lescaut is a big one. And it has been adapted in many operas, maybe in films, I'm not really sure. But it's just a story which has inspired a lot of musicians and artists. And I read it when I was a teenager and I wanted to have a nice copy of it. So I found this one, which is, I can't really date the book. The novel is from the 18th, but the book I don't really know. Probably late 19th, maybe beginning even 20th, I'm not really sure. But it's a really beautiful one. There are drawings, really wonderful engravings at every page, and the colored picture also really spectacular, really pretty, just absolutely inspiring. That's the sort of book which inspired me so much. So I was really excited to find this one, and I'm going to read it because it's just a 2 beautiful version. I have a bit forgotten the story, so I'm really excited to read it in this beautiful book. So I recommend, if you like 18th century, to read maybe Manon Lescaut if you don't know the story. And 2 weeks ago I found these 2 chairs. I need to tell you how and why I found them. So I was inspired by a film I recently watched, and actually this film was launched in September. I totally missed it, though I really wanted to see it, and I found it on YouTube Films. I think now it's available on many platforms. Not sure if there is an English subtitle version. Maybe on YouTube Films you can find it in French, that's for sure, but I have no idea if it's available in English. And this is a period film inspired a bit by Les Liaisons Dangereuses, if you know this story. But it is inspired actually by another story, written by another French writer. And it was just really exquisite. The title is Mademoiselle de Joncquières, and it was really good. For many reasons. First, it's really exquisitely filmed, it's so beautiful. You have a lot of reminders of mid-18th century painting that you can almost recognize really. The way, the light, the colors, everything is so well crafted. I thought it was just an absolute pleasure to watch it. And the dialogues are exquisite too. So in foreign version, I'm not sure how it turns out, but in French it's really, really good. It's so well written. I love the way they talked. In the film, there are some chairs like, almost like this one, so mid 18th century Louis XV style chair. Mine are a bit different, but I really was inspired to find those, and I found them online. I'm going to tell you, but they were really inspired by these two chairs, which appear at different moments in the film. There are different very beautiful scenes with this chair, which feature these two chairs. So they are extremely comfortable, really, really, really comfortable. And they were made to warm yourself next to the fire. You were supposed, they are extremely, extremely, extremely low, and you were supposed to warm your legs and yourself just next to the fire. So it's the reason they were low like that, but they are really comfortable because the back is not too straight. It has just a good angle, and I was really, really pleased with them. And I found them in a brocanteur, a retired brocanteur actually, who has still a lot of things. He had a sort of big garage, big place with so many things, so many things. He had, so I found these two chairs. When I arrived and I saw he had so many things, I just had to explore a bit more his place, and I came back with my horse, my wood horse, and also with the mirror, which I had absolutely not the purpose to buy. I had my other mirror, you knew the other one, the previous one I found, but the other mirror was really gorgeous, and it was 20 euro actually. It was a bit broken, but I didn't mind that, and I thought for 20 euro, you know what, I'm going to take it. And it was just a few streets away from me, so I don't have a car, it's not really always super easy for me to bring back big pieces. So this, I did 2 trips in the morning, first with the 2 chairs, then I came back with my big mirror. And I also brought back my horse. You can see he is also a bit broken. He has a problem at one of his legs. He has the wheels which are missing, but I have them. The man gave me the wheels so I could fix that. So I thought I need to have it too, and it was absolutely inexpensive. I'm not going to tell you, but it was really, really not high. So I brought him back with me. And it's in a sort of paper thing. It's not in wood. It's in sort of maybe papier mâché, but maybe something different. I'm not really sure. But I was happy to have him because there is a story in Gobolino where the cat has some adventures with the little horse on his wheels, and they have the horse is going to lose all his wheels, and the witch is going to catch them. And I thought it totally reminded me of the story. So I was super pleased to find my little horse. So this is my mirror, so the 20 euros mirror I found at the brocanteur. I was so excited. So you can totally see here some things which need to be fixed. I will try to do some research on how I could fix that. I'm not a specialist on that, so I know I could totally do something in paper, but I will try to do something with the same material. So I also have a little problem here, but I really like him. It's a Louis XVI style, so it's a bit different than most of the thing I try to gather, but I really like this pattern here, which is always the thing you can recognize in this style of furniture, so end of 18th century, but I really like it. And I thought it really widened the room very much. I still adore my other mirror, but the other mirror is going to be in my bedroom now because it's slightly smaller. This one really is totally matching my moldings. I'm really, really excited about him. I really like this slightly old gold. I thought it was really, really pretty. Thank you very much for watching this favorites video. I will be back soon with my new pieces inspired by Madame de Joncquières, my new characters from White Cat and the Hint in the Wood and other fairy tales too. So you can see that both on my blog, you will see that in the next vlog, and also in the social media, of course. I will see you very soon also with my inspiration video coming in a few days. For now, I will leave you here. I will wish you a beautiful day. You can give a thumbs up if you like what you saw. You can subscribe if you don't want to miss the next videos. There are many coming, including a spring decor video. I will show you a bit sort of little things I do to my home, my balcony, or my floral projects. So I will share that with you probably at the end of March, beginning of April. I'm not really sure. For now, I will leave you here. I go back to my pieces and to my characters and my cats from Madame de Loire, and I will see you very soon. And I thank you always for your kindness and your very encouraging messages.